growing up as a kid, yeah. All a nigga wanna have was a Burberry scarf and $3 in my pocket. Instead I got beat with a switch, but I don't give a fuck, but it's on my body. Scars all up on me, but I run around from.
So the NBA season about to tip off in a couple of weeks. I felt it would be a good time to explain why I feel Billy Donovan should win NBA Coach of the Year for this season. Now, Billy Donovan, coming into this season, and a lot of people's eyes was on the hot seat. His job was in question. And the odds for him this season having a successful year for OKC wasn't all that high. They got rid of Paul George. They got rid of Russell Westbrook. You got rid of 2 top 10 players. And you bring in Chris Paul. And you bring in Daniel Gallinari in return in those trades. And a lot of people felt to start the season out that OKC was going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA. And that OKC was going to be rebuilding, or they were going to tank for draft picks and try to get a top 5 selection in the NBA draft or a lottery pick. So when you look at where OKC is now compared to the expectations that people have for OKC, after losing Russell Westbrook and Paul George, it's not really a big debate about who should win Coach of the Year, in my opinion. The guy who should be winning Coach of the Year without a doubt should be Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan was a guy whose job was in question. OKC, over the last few seasons with Westbrook there, hasn't really performed all that great in the playoffs. And a lot of people had questions. Is Billy Donovan really a good coach? Or was he just another coach in the NBA who got carried by the star players on the team? And now those questions have been answered. Billy Donovan's a good coach. Not a lot of coaches in the NBA can lose 2 top 10 players and get their team to the playoffs. You got SGA, who's averaging 19 points per game, 6 rebounds. Daniel Gallinari, who I felt was really underrated coming into this season because I don't think he got enough props for what he did for the Clippers last season. He was really good in LA last season. Nobody really talked about him like that. Chris Paul, still doing what he does best, distributing the ball, scoring when he needs to, and being good on the defensive end. You got Daniel Gallinari, like I said, is a really underrated piece. I think he deserves a little bit more credit. Then you got Dennis Schroeder, who should be the 6th man of the year this season. So, I mean, if I was to ask you, what other coach other than Billy Donovan do you think deserves to win Coach of the Year? A lot of you guys are probably going to say Nick Nurse, head coach for the Toronto Raptors. Not going to understand the argument because you lose Kawhi. But in my opinion, I still don't think he should win it over Billy Donovan. First of all, because you're playing in the East. The East isn't as tough as the West. The West is still the toughest conference in the NBA, in my opinion. And although he did lose Kawhi, he still had the majority of the players from that championship Raptors team still on the roster. You still got Pascal, you still got Kyle Lowry, you still got Gasol. So, I mean, you still got the majority of the players from that championship team still on the roster. The only thing that's really different is the fact that you lost Kawhi, one of the best players in the NBA. So, I mean, I still felt Toronto was a playoff team, and a lot of you guys probably felt the same way. But to tell me that you guys felt OKC was a playoff team to start the season, I would think that you guys would be lying. Because I have a lot of friends that are OKC fans. When they got rid of Paul George, they got rid of Westbrook, and they brought in CP3, and they bring in Daniel Gallinari, they're like, oh, man, we're going to be terrible, man. We're not going to make it to the playoffs. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you OKC fans pretty much feel the same way. Now, of course, you had the benefit of the doubt because that's your team. But if we're being realistic, how many of you guys down in the comment section felt that this OKC team was good enough to make it to the playoffs? They have a 40-24 record right now in the West, and they're currently tied for 5th place. If you were to tell me that a couple of months back that you were expecting this OKC team to be that good, I think a lot of you guys will probably be lying. Because it's just like you don't really see everyday coaches lose 2 top 10 players and then still be a playoff caliber team. And then, I mean, when you look at the CP3 situation, when CP3 got traded to OKC, if I remember correctly, somebody let me know if I'm wrong down in the comment section down below, But CP3 didn't want to play for OKC. He wanted to get traded to Miami. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but Billy Donovan not only had to deal with that, but you had to deal with the fact that his job security was a little bit in question. So when you look at what Billy Donovan had to overcome, I think without a doubt, is no coach in the NBA that's more deserving of winning NBA Coach of the Year than Billy Donovan. An incredible job. So I mean, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Do you guys feel Billy Donovan should win NBA Coach of the Year this year? Or should it be a guy like Nick Nurse or somebody else? Let me know. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos, more NBA videos, and college football videos. And thanks for watching.